Kim Kardashian is once again at the center of public backlash, this time not over a business deal, a red carpet look, or a headline-grabbing romance, but over how she's raising her 12-year-old daughter, North West. Critics claim North is being exposed to too much, too soon. Supporters argue she's simply growing up in a different world. And somewhere in the middle sits a bigger question we're all quietly wrestling with. What does age-appropriate even mean anymore in 2025? Let's get one thing straight. North West is not living a normal childhood by any traditional definition. She never has. Born into one of the most famous families on the planet, North has grown up with cameras, stylists, private jets, fashion shows, and viral moments baked into her daily life. While most kids her age are worrying about math homework or school lunch drama, North is attending Paris Fashion Week, collaborating creatively, and appearing in social media content that racks up millions of views in minutes. Critics argue that she's being pushed into the spotlight far too early. Comments like, "She's just 12," and "Let her be a kid" flood social platforms every time North appears in a bold outfit, posts a TikTok, or speaks with confidence beyond her years. Is Kim Kardashian exploiting her daughter's fame, or simply guiding her through a reality that already exists? And if you were in Kim's position, would you really do things differently? Kim Kardashian has been criticized for years about beauty standards, wealth, relationships, and influence. But when it comes to children, especially daughters, the internet suddenly turns into a panel of moral judges. Why does this backlash feel so intense right now? Because North West represents something deeply uncomfortable, a child who is confident, visible, and unapologetically expressive in a world that still struggles with letting girls take up space. Some critics say North dresses too grown. Others say she talks like an adult. A few go even further, claiming she's being robbed of her innocence. But what exactly does innocence look like in a digital first generation? 12-year-olds today aren't the 12-year-olds many of us remember. They're exposed to more information, culture, and creativity than any generation before them. They're digital natives, not sheltered by default, but navigating complexity earlier, often with or without guidance. The uncomfortable truth? Many parents are struggling with this shift too. Kim Kardashian just happens to be doing it under a microscope. A few decades ago, childhood followed a predictable script. Play outside, watch cartoons, go to school, stay out of adult conversations. Fame, influence, and money were things you grew into. Fast forward to now, and that script is completely rewritten. Kids are building YouTube channels at 10, going viral on TikTok before hitting puberty, launching brands, music careers, and fashion lines before high school. Kim Kardashian has repeatedly said she tries to balance North's creativity with boundaries. She's spoken about monitoring content, setting limits, and having conversations most parents are still avoiding. Kim Kardashian's wealth and influence create an assumption that North's childhood is being manufactured rather than lived. But many of the behaviors being criticized, confidence, creativity, boldness, are qualities we usually encourage in kids. It's easy to forget that Kim Kardashian didn't just wake up one day and decide to raise her kids publicly. Her entire career and livelihood exists in public spaces. So parenting North means teaching her how to exist safely, confidently, and responsibly in a world that will watch her no matter what. Shielding her completely might actually do more harm than good. In that context, guiding North's self-expression could be less about exposure and more about control and protection. Instead of asking, "Why is she letting her do all this?" a better question might be, how do you prepare a child for fame they didn't choose, but can't escape? Many parents are watching their kids grow up faster than they expected, through social media, technology, and cultural shifts that don't come with instruction manuals. The fear of doing it wrong looms large. And when we see a high-profile example like Kim and North, it triggers our own insecurities. Judging her becomes easier than confronting the fact that none of us truly know the perfect way to raise a child in this era. Before we rush to judge Kim Kardashian or any parent in the public eye, maybe we should pause and ask ourselves, are we protecting children or projecting fear? Are we concerned about age or uncomfortable with change? Are we having conversations or just reacting? Share your thoughts. Join the conversation, and if this article made you think twice, pass it along. Because sometimes the most important debates aren't about celebrities, they're about how we see childhood itself.